Hi and welcome. My name's Tolan and I'm the co-founder of Productivity Me. In this video, we're going to look at how to use the Control key and right arrow in order to move to the right edge of our data region, whether that be a table or a set of data. Now, we're also going to look at using your mouse to achieve the same result. So with that, let's jump into our lesson. Once we have Excel open, we've been using this little worksheet in order to look at a couple different examples, and we're going to continue using this worksheet. So a data region is basically a grouping of data. So on this page or on this workbook, we have at least 4 groupings of data. This would be considered a grouping because it's a continuous set of data, and then there is a break here in column M and a break here in row 8. This would be considered a set of data because, again, it's in a continuous grouping, a continuous range of inputs. And then we have a break here in column M. Oops, just delete that. And then a break here in row 16. And then this is its own autonomous set of data. So if we want to move to the end of a data region, we want to move to the right edge, we can, of course, use a keyboard shortcut. The keyboard shortcut would be Ctrl right arrow. Ctrl right arrow will bring you from wherever you are in that data region. Let's say that we're here in column H. We want to go here to the end, which would be column L. We can press the Control key, and while holding the Control key, press the right arrow. It would automatically bring us to column L. If we were here and we wanted to go again to that right region, we could press Control key and right arrow. Now, if there was no break in this data and we press Control right arrow, it would then bring us to the edge of this set of data. So Excel kind of assumes that because there is no break, there's no space in between columns, that this is the same set of data. So if we press Control right arrow, it would bring us to this 35%. However, if we were to have a column here, we press Control right arrow, it would bring us to profit, and then it assumes that this is a separate set of data. So we press Control right arrow again, it would jump to the next data set, and then we press Control right arrow, and because this is just 2 columns wide, it would then jump to column O. However, if say this was 50, this was 100%, this is going to fail miserably, but that's okay. So if we were to have a set of data which was 4 columns wide, when we press Control right, it would move to this column Q. Whereas if it was just 2 columns wide, it would move to column O. All right, so again, if we want to move to the right end of a data region, we can press Control right arrow. If we want to then move to the next data region, essentially we want to skip all the spaces, we can press Control right arrow, and it would automatically jump to the next cell that has data. And then if we wanted to move to the end of that data region, we would again press Control right arrow. So Control right arrow will bring us to the end of this first data region. Control right arrow will bring us to the beginning of the second data region, and then Control right arrow will bring us to the edge of this third data region. However, if this was one continuous set of data, meaning that there was no columns here in between the selling price and megabooks, then when we press Control right arrow, it will go all the way to column P. Sweet. So a alternative method to achieving this would be to just use your cursor and to left click. However, if you had, just to be extreme, if you had a huge data set, we'll look here, it ends on column CN. You could, of course, zoom out and then manually click the edge of that, but it's actually just a lot faster to use the keyboard shortcut Control, let's go like this, Control right arrow, and you'd automatically go to the edge no matter how far away it was. So in our next video, we'll look at Control left arrow, which will allow us to go back to the edge of the other side of our data. In this case, it would be the left edge. So check that out in our next video, and as always, thanks for watching.